Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think he could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cuervo.
One guy has 1,000 points. Another guy is a crybaby. This is the Hockey Show.
ما في وقت للعب 9-1 كونتينيو 20-40 استوديو نقني ولا لازم شو
David Drunk is to my left. He's with the Hockey News. Ethan is in that chair over there. And Rosie is in Athens, Georgia with Lucy Rodine. Please be safe. I know your travel last week was not great, so be careful out there. Shutdown's over.
In good hands. Mally's driving.
Yeah. No. Really?
I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure Mally's driving.
That's the safest hands for sure in that car.
Compared to the other one, yes. Go Dogs. My name is Roy Bellman.
Whoa. That is nonsense. We do not peddle that kind of nonsense on this show.
Go Dogs.
No.
Go Tigers. My name is Roy Bellamy. This is The Hockey Show. We are on YouTube. Please follow us there at The Hockey Show DLS. We got TikTok at The Hockey Show 7, and we got Instagram and Threads at Hockey Show DLS. Apologies to my voice because yesterday was not a good day. Anyway, Hockey Hall of Fame inductions happened this week. Joe Thornton, Zdeno Chara, Duncan Keith, Alexander Mogilny. Is about time for that. Jennifer Batard, Brianna Decker. They all went in as players. As you can tell, my voice is off. Jack Parker and Danielle Savaggio went in the builders category. Now, let's look at the players over here. Now, Duncan Keith is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Everything because of what happened in Chicago, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. That man, I would say, Gustav Forsling, as far as durability and longevity, is right there. I mean, he is an Iron Man on the ice. And he had one short year stint in Edmonton. He got in within 3 years of his retirement. Got in really, really quickly. So, yeah, congratulations to him. Joe Thornton.
Jumbo.
Yeah, I thought he was the missing piece in Boston when he was drafted there, and did not work out. He got traded to San Jose. Got to his one Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, did not win, and you know why I'm saying unfortunately.
I'm aware
there.
of what happened in that series.
Yeah.
And that was the one that Fleury didn't start, right?
Yeah, I believe it was, yes. I believe it was. Zdeno Chara. Now, he started his career, as Wayne Gretzky said, could not skate at all. And
just big.
Yeah, I mean, he's really too big to skate. But then the man got his game much better. He worked on his game and became a Hall of Famer, and was basically one of the best leaders, best captains in the league.
Yeah. He just had to get off the island, like so many players in that time
just
frame.
Like Luongo.
Just had to get out of there, like Olli Jokinen.
Yeah, that was a terrible Islanders team, man. Terrible. Alexander Mogilny, it took a long time
Finally.
for the man to get his flowers and to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Finally, the 1992-93 season with the Buffalo Sabres.
God.
That season right there, that's Hall of Fame level.
76 goals. Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah. Jennifer Batard, Brianna Decker, gold medal winning Olympians. They deserve to be in there, so congratulations to them. Alexander Mogilny, though, I got to get back to this. One Stanley Cup win with the New Jersey Devils, over 1,000 points. I think they definitely got this one right, this Hall of Fame class, David.
Yeah, this was a good one, right? Like, it's just a lot of head nodding, like, yep, I get that one, I get that one. And then when you throw in Mogilny, along with the likes of Keith, with Jumbo, like, yeah, this is a good one. The only thing missing is a goalie, right?
Yeah, no goaltenders in this year's class.
I mean, like, they've done good with the goalies. You know, Henrik, Barrasso, Vernon, I think is going to be in like the net. Like the Vernon Richters are going to be maybe in the next, come around of when they come back to goaltenders. But no, we're good. And then we saw a goalie go in not long
What
ago.
do you mean by when they come back around to goaltenders?
Well,
Like,
I
don't
feel
know
like
a
it
lot about
comes
the
in ebbs
Hockey
and
Hall of Fame,
flows.
so like they only decide to elect goalies certain years. Like
I don't know.
goalies
There's
should get
no
in-
there's no criteria. I just think it's come in ebbs and flows when we've seen goalies come and then we don't get a couple of goalies and we're like, where are the goalies? And then you get a few goalies. And so I feel like we're about to go into like a dry spell for a couple of years before we bring them back in.
Can I ask you guys something? How would you compare the difficulty of getting into the Hockey Hall of Fame to other sports
Hockey
like
Hall of
baseball? I know basketball, like everybody gets into the Basketball Hall of Fame, but how would you say? Where would you say hockey ranks among the four major sports?
I would think that it would be probably second easiest to get in. And baseball is definitely the hardest because the media is subjective and
worst.
petty.
Yeah,
So
the most petty.
And the Hall has given many, as far as Baseball Hall of Fame, has given many chances to the PED era players. I mean, Barry Bonds is.
It's ridiculous
Again.
that he's not in. It's ridiculous.
They weren't
that Ron
breaking the
Clemens
rules.
Isn't in. Yeah.
It was really entertaining. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That was it 97? That was fun.
Yeah, 98.
98, that was awesome.
97 was fun too.
Yeah, that's right. 97 was the World Series, 98 was the McGuire. But I remember I went to a couple of those Marlins games where it went from like 2,000 fans on Wednesday to 20,000 fans on Thursday because McGuire was there. One of my high school TV production classmates, he was the kid that ran out there and fell through the tarp for the home run. That was him. Billy, I remember you, buddy.
David, Chris Cody, and I, as well as Danny Benitez until went to cover Roberto Luongo's Hall of Fame induction in Toronto. That was cold. You have a story for that.
Am I allowed to tell that story? You used to give me really dirty looks when I would tell that story, so I stopped telling it for a little while.
You might as well. I'm trying to kill time here on this clock. Go ahead.
You piqued my interest.
So when we went for the All-Star, for the Luongo's Hall of Fame induction, the way that they do it at the ceremony is they have like a red carpet outside the Meridian Theater, which is right across the street from the Hockey Hall of Fame. So we set up, we had a great spot on the red carpet, right where players were walking in, just on the corner. It was a perfect spot. There was a spot across the street to get coffee and stuff, which comes in.
No, Tim Hortons, yeah.
So about, I don't know, we're out there for what, about an hour?
Yeah, just about.
And it was really cold. And people are swinging through. Panthers brass are swinging through, and up comes Brian McCabe, longtime Panthers player, front office guy, and we're interviewing him.
Yeah.
We get a few questions in. Literally, Roy freezes. It was so cold that Roy froze in the moment.
Everything shut down on me. Like, it was bad, man. I felt like I thought I was prepared. But I guess I'm basing this off of South Florida cold. I haven't been in Canadian 28 degree weather.
What time of year was it?
It was like November, late.
It's November.
How
November.
cold was it?
It was
Probably like
24.
20s, 30s.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
24.
It was cold.
Like,
but we weren't like layered up.
Yeah, properly.
Like we
you
had,
didn't expect the cold.
We had like
No.
a shirt, a sweater, a jacket, but I don't think we had like proper insulation.
No,
going
that's
on.
not.
Like the Under Armour wasn't.
You got to have a
going
coat on.
Double socks.
I saw that as Brian McCabe, but I was so cold that I completely blanked. And also, this is one of the first few times that I'm actually doing interviews with anybody. So there's that too. So I'm over here thinking of questions and then realizing, oh crap.
What is your name?
What is your name, Brian
Sir?
McCabe? Which a man who I've seen for about
20
a
years?
Decade, yeah,
I mean,
about a
before
decade
his
and a half.
Panthers days, a while, yeah.
Yeah, as a Toronto Maple Leaf, mostly.
He played it off well, though. Like, he seemed to get it.
Yeah.
He didn't give you any shit.
Yeah, like, he knew I was cold. And he saw me run off to the Tim Hortons to get that hot
He
chocolate.
disappeared for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was waiting in line.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so yeah.
But that was a fun few days, aside from your literal brain freeze.
You had ramen for the first time on that trip.
Thanks to you and Danny and Chris. That was yummy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was some good ramen, dude. Oh, man, that was delicious. Had egg. And I had a nice soft-boiled egg in there.
I did not eat the egg.
You didn't? Yeah.
That's the best part of ramen, dude. That's
don't like eggs.
literally my favorite part is I get extra egg whenever I get ramen.
I don't like eggs. I did recently. I've always been,
true. You don't eat eggs.
I've been
You told me
saying
this
like
recently.
forever how like omelets seem so delicious because you're taking all of your favorite foods and flavors and putting them together. But I realized that there is an omelet that I can eat, and I've been eating it for years, and it's the same thing. It's a mixture of different flavors inside something delicious. It's called calzone, and I've been eating those my whole life. So at least
That's an interesting comparison.
I got that going for me.
I mean, every baked good has egg in it. Almost every baked
But you don't
good.
taste the egg. That's the thing. You're
But
not
egg
tasting-
adds a little bit of extra flavor that's like really good to certain things. Like certain things come with, like, have you ever had an egg everything bagel?
Yeah, and I like them.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So then you would like eggs.
You would think so. You would think so.
Right.
Very intriguing. We're going to get more to the bottom of this throughout the weeks coming up.
Ryan O'Reilly was tough on himself after the Predators lost to the Flyers this week. Tougher than I usually hear athletes talk about themselves. And here is what he had to say about himself.
For myself, number one center, and just turn the puck over everywhere. And can't make a 6-foot pass to save my life, so we're not going to have much success if I'm playing pathetic like that. So it's stupid. I don't know the answer. I've had one good year in my career, and I don't have any answers. That's for sure.
Well, according to our friend Greg Wyshynski of ESPN on Monday, O'Reilly walked back his self-deprecating comments because apparently he came off as a crybaby. Now, maybe it sounded like woe is me on that situation there, but I mean, that's why he's a leader. That's why he's the alternate captain on that team. I mean, it starts with him, right? So to me, I think it's pretty refreshing that he's actually placing mostly the blame on the Predators Rose, who, by the way, are the second worst team in the Western Conference at last check, who lost, I believe, 5 in a row now? 5 in a row? They may have played last night. But
3 in a row.
They lost 3 in a row last night.
According to the standings.
And, I mean, it's been bad. But it's on. He's saying it's on him.
This clip makes me feel so bad for Ryan O'Reilly, though. Like, where is his mental state at that he's coming at himself like that? Like, Ryan O'Reilly's a good player. He's been a good player for a long time. He won a Conn Smythe. He won a Selke. Like, he's been on good teams and been a good player and a productive player on good teams. Like, he hasn't only had one good season. This clip just made me feel bad for him. Like, I came away sad when I saw this.
He just struck me as a pissed off athlete after a bad game. Like, I didn't really think too much into it. And you were right, they have lost 5 in a row, which the first 2 were in overtime. But they've also lost 8 of 9 and 12 of 15. And it's not good. I feel bad for our boy Bruno out there in Nashville. It's not going very well. But yeah, I don't know. I really didn't think this was much more than a guy who's just playing on a real shitty team. He's not happy with the way he's playing, and he just kind of, let it out.
It's crazy how fast that Nashville thing has just gone the complete opposite direction.
Yeah.
Like, they won the offseason last year. They signed Brady Shea. They signed Jonathan Marchessault. They signed Steven Stamkos. And now at least 2 of those players are hot, trade candidates. They're probably going to fire their coach here soon.
They might fire the general manager.
Yeah, well, if they fire their or they're going to have their general manager come downstairs and coach the team and try and wheel the team out of this. But it's just an ugly mess.
Pat Riley situation.
It's just an ugly mess in Nashville right now. That roster is kind of nowhere. They don't have any center depth. Like, I don't know what you do, because you're not going to get a lot for Stamkos. His contract's really expensive. You're not going to get a lot for Marchessault. His contract's really expensive. Like, Ryan O'Reilly's a guy you might move. You're not going to move Roman Josi. They would riot in the streets in Nashville if you did that. So UC Saros is a guy that could be on the move in Edmonton. Very interesting situation there, and I have no idea what you do other than blow it up, because that's basically the only option at this point.
Well, I guess O'Reilly's going to have to ask Saros about his financial portfolio again, because he might need a new house.
No goals.
No goals.
We lost the legend covering the NHL this week, Larry Brooks, who covers the New York Rangers for the New York Post. He's had plenty of run-ins with players and coaches, specifically John Tortorella, and Torts gave a very nice tribute to him. This is how it sounded.
This is a man that just passed. Jordan, Joanna, two grandkids. 2018 Hall of Famer. He's an icon. We had our disagreements, right, along the way. But the thing I always respected about Larry is no matter what the day brought, him and I disagree, and we had a lot of disagreements, but we disagree and we go at it, but he'd be there the next day, right, ready to ask another question. He'd be there face to face. I just had so much respect on how hard he worked at his job. We're both trying to do our business, right? I need to protect my hockey team sometimes. He needs to, he has information, and he has information. That's one thing. He worked at it to get information. And sometimes we butted heads, but it was never a personal thing. The accolades that he's receiving, the award in 18 is so well deserved as far as, look at his resume. He grinded. He's a grinder and turned into an icon in this business.
Yeah, Rangers fans read what he wrote every single time, and you have a story about him. Now, you loved his stories, is what I should say. Actually.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Larry Brooks' Sunday column was like one of the first things I can remember being able to read from down here, just because I had family that was from New York. They would get paper delivered down here. Yeah, it kind of hit me in the face. I didn't know he was sick. I had the pleasure of meeting him a few times over the last few years when we've covered some of the bigger events where a lot of the league comes together. And yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about a lot of the careers that he impacted. Emily Kaplan. Man.
Yeah, it sucks,
Molly
man.
Up in New York. It's just like, I mean, I'm sorry I'm at a loss for words, but I'm just sad, man. It just sucks.
Yeah, rest in peace there, Brooksy. We're going to miss you on that one. Yeah, that's tough. So we're going to lighten the mood here, and we're going to go into Rosa and in Minuto as my throat continues to suck. Go ahead and play the thing.
Hi, kids. I'm here with Maddie. We're going to Athens, so I'm doing my 1 minute in the car. So here we go. Oh. Hola, hijos, este es un minuto de hockey con Rose y esta semana nos vamos a Pittsburgh, donde no pasó nada, literal, nada. Los primeros jugaron solo 2 juegos y los otros perdieron. Y me dieron la semana más aburrida de este segmento que he tenido desde que empecé. Primero, 2-1 contra los Diablos en shootout. Silos hizo una gran atajada y luego volvió a fallar los penales. Alguien ayúdelo, por favor. Después, 3-2 contra los Reyes. Fiala se logró 500 puntos, Murasov debutó y los Pingüinos solo existieron. Ah, y Roy, este análisis, you're gonna like it. Sidney Crosby jugó y eso fue todo. Nada que agregar, nada especial. Así que, 2 derrotas, 0 emoción y yo casi me duermo viendo los highlights. Este fue un minuto de hockey con Rose. Tu resumen semanal de puck, pasión y un poquito de caos. Aunque esta semana los Pingüinos no se deslizaron, solo caminaron. ¡Woo! Bye.
So, she did that with the windows down, huh?
Thank God she wasn't driving.
I'm shocked she was. I'm completely shocked she wasn't driving. So that was Rosa en un minuto. Thank you very much for that, Rose. And now it's time for Rose in a minute. And in her stead is Cynthia.
How am I supposed to follow that up?
With, in English. That's how you're supposed to follow that up. Go ahead, Rose. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Here we go. Hey kids, this is 1 minute of hockey with Rose, and this week we're heading to Pittsburgh, where absolutely nothing happened. Literally, the Penguins played 2 games, lost both, and it gave me the most boring week since I started this segment. First, a 2-1 shootout loss to the Devils. Slivos made a great save and then fell apart in the shootout. Okay, there you go, you got it. Someone please help him. Then a 3-2 loss to the Kings. Fiala celebrated his 500th point. Murasov made his debut. And the Penguins just kind of existed. Oh, and Roy, you're going to love this.
Oh, yeah.
Sidney Crosby showed up. Physically, his impact, emotionally unavailable. So yeah, 2 losses, 0 excitement. This was 1 minute with this was 1 minute of hockey with Rose / Cynthia. Your weekly recap of puck, passion, and a little bit of chaos. Through this week, the Penguins weren't sliding, they were waddling.
Woo! Thank you, Cynthia. That was excellent.
I can never do what Rose does.
Oh
God bless her.
Well, at least you tried. Let's see what we got here. Silovs, Fiala, Murasov. Those are the names that were mentioned, and I will not say the other name that was also mentioned because, you know. All right, it is time for Stat of the Week.
The Hockey Stat of the Week.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Ethan.
I'm the stat nerd around these parts, so I'm going to give you a stat of the week. My stat of the week this week, we've talked a little bit about Carter Verhaeghe this year, and we've talked about how he's been really quiet on the score sheet, right? And I went last night to the game, and I was like, I really want to see what's going on with Carter Verhaeghe. He's just not putting the puck in the net. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Right now, my stat of the week, Carter Verhaeghe is bottom on the Florida Panthers in goals above expected with minus 3.5 goals above expected. He is shooting, I believe, 4.9% this year. Okay. For reference, his career low before this season in shooting percentage was 8.3%. The point I'm trying to make here is that Carter Verhaeghe, we talked about Sam Reinhart being a regression candidate last year. Carter Verhaeghe is a regression candidate. Eventually, the puck's going to go into the net for Verhaeghe. He's going to start finding his shooting touch again. He's going to start pouring in the goals, and that's when the Florida Panthers offense is really going to be unlocked. We'll see if it comes when when Matthew Tkachuk returns to the lineup, but I'm banking on that right now. Carter Verhaeghe, he's going to turn it around.
All right, there you go. Yeah, those boys they need to finish. They absolutely need to finish. There have been way too many games where they have either missed the net or, as usual, got their shot blocked. So they have got to finish on these shots, man. It's time for Wins and Fails of the Week, presented by Jägermeister. Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister, damn, that's cold. For more, visit Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. God damn it.
Wow. I wasn't sure if that smile was you just upset talking about alcohol because you haven't had any in so long, or if it was for the voice crack.
It's for the voice crack, man. I mean, listen to me. Don't listen to me.
This is like teenage Roy.
Pubescent.
This is Roy that was watching the Panthers go to the Stanley Cup final in '96.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mellenby.
Niedermeyer. Yay. All right, there you go.
My win of the week, we're going out to Colorado for a young 8-year-old by the name of Luke Graham, who's becoming better known to the hockey world as the Rink Dude. He created his own brand called Rink Dude. You can see if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the gear. There's hats, there's hoodies, there's stick wax. The whole point of this business that he started was to raise money for kids who can't afford to play hockey. This is one of the coolest things I've heard in a long time. I actually reached out to them to find out where we can get their gear if we're not in Colorado. They said that they have a website that's launching within days, is what I'm told. But he's on Instagram at Rink Dude, nice and simple. It's just a really cool thing. His dad's actually former NHL goalie John Graham, who won a Stanley Cup with the Lightning 22 years ago now. But this is just awesome. I love it. I love everything about it. Rink Dude. You'll see me sporting their gear in the not-too-distant future, hopefully.
All right, my win of the week comes from the bald head of Artemi Panarin. Through the first 14 games of the season, Panarin, with hair, scored 2 goals, 5 assists, and was a -5. And since then, he has shaved his head. And since then, he has scored 3 goals, 6 assists, and was a +4. That's 4 games. Too. Yeah. So there you go. Very good decision to shave his head. Now he is doing his job, making his money, and making the Rangers a little bit better.
The bread is risen? Is that what bread does? Does it rise in the oven?
If it has yeast, yes.
So he got yeast.
Ethan.
My win of the week comes from last night, boys. Something we'll certainly talk about in the Panthers Den. Brad Marchand scored his 1,000th point of his career last night, and this was such an awesome moment. I was at the game, and the whole Panthers team poured out of the bench, and I was kind of like, it took me a second to realize why they were doing it, and then as the whole team came out, I was like, oh, this is Marchand's 1,000th point. And it's just an amazing moment for him. I mean, the way he's been embraced by the team. And then this afterwards as well, this picture, look at the legendary
That's cool.
amount of legend in this picture. Sergei Bobrovsky, Alex Ovechkin, and Brad Marchand. There's over like 2,000 combined points in that picture, 437 wins, and 5 Stanley Cups, 3 Hall of Famers. Just an awesome picture after the game, and great moment for Brad Marchand.
All right, what's your fail, David?
My fail of the week, I got to turn the negative eye to the goalie union, my fellow goaltenders. There was a game earlier this week between the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, 2 of the best goaltenders in the NHL, Igor Shesterkin and Andrei Vasilevsky. This is a take the under situation, right? Wrong!
No, if you took the over in the first period, you won.
Dude, you took the over in the first 5 minutes, you won. Man, I don't know what the hell happened in this game, but those 2 former Vezina-winning goaltenders gave up 7 goals combined on 18 shots in the first period. What the hell is going on? I mean, exciting game for the fans, I'm sure, but that's a disgrace for goaltenders everywhere. I don't know what that was going on. These are 2 of my favorite guys to watch, and I was reaching for the vomit bag watching this one. It was just ugly.
The guy in the goaltenders union, you are pretty critical.
Dude, I'd be critical of myself, man. I mean, that's like a men's league performance from hell.
Okay, my fail of the week comes from the commissioner of the National Hockey League.
All right.
We mentioned the Hall of Fame induction earlier in the show, And it came time to induct Joe Thornton. As you know, as Dave mentioned earlier, his nickname is Jumbo. That is not what Gary Bettman said. He said this.
Played. And that's what Duncan and Z, Alexander and Jumbo, not Dumbo. Sorry, Jumbo. Jen and Brianna and Dad.
Yeah, that's an error.
He did a Chris Cody
E1 on Gary Bettman.
He did a Chris Cody, Duncan and Jumbo, Dumbo.
All right, it's time for Puck Luck, brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. David, please make these people money.
I'm trying, dude. We came so close last week. Damn San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
All right, so this week we're going to take the Carolina puck line. Today they are hosting the Vancouver Canucks.
Vancouver Canucks.
Carolina's coming off a frustrating 4-1 loss to the Capitals, and they're on 2 days rest, whereas Vancouver has given up 10 goals in their last 2 games, both back-to-back losses. So I like Carolina at home tonight. I also like Nikolai Ehlers going over the 2.5 shots on goal prop. He's hit that in 5 of his last 6, and he had 4 shots or more in all 5 of those. So he's been humming along. And then later on, there's the St. Louis Blues hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. In that game, I like Blues forward Dylan Holloway to go over his shot prop at 1.5. He's hit that in 6 of his last 7. Full parlay odds on this little magic is plus 452. So go win yourself some money. That was puck luck.
All right, last night in the press box at the Capitals Panthers game, it was pointed out to me that I'm older than every single player in the National Hockey League. That did not make me happy. Brent Burns, God damn it.
You are old.
I sound old now. Brent Burns, who is currently playing, still doing the damn thing with the Colorado Avalanche, is the oldest player in the league right now. He was born in March 1985. I was born July of 1984. That's 10 months. 10 months.
That's not 10 months. Buck. That's 14 months. He was born in March of 85, and you were born in January of 84.
Let's see.
That's 14 months.
Is that 14 months?
Yeah, because
because 12 plus 2.
You're a year and 2 months older than him.
Yeah, I was told there would be no math. Isn't that your line usually?
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm still trying to do it in my head. I haven't even gotten to that line.
14 and a half months. There you go. Yeah. I'm old, Dave.
Not
and
old.
so are you, actually, because you're older than I am.
So how do you think that makes me feel? How about a little...
Older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. So, yes, it is official. We are the oldest show that covers hockey around.
I keep you guys young, don't worry.
Ethan and Rose bring down the average age on the show. They hook us up in that regard.
All right, we mentioned the Team Canada hockey jerseys, and we are going to get into the rest of the Olympic jerseys with Sara Civian of Too Many Men and the Bleacher Report. She's a friend of the show, and she is a fashionista.
Yes, she is. She knows way more about it than we do.
Yeah, and I'm sure she probably does not like the jerseys as well.
I want to know what she has to say, to be honest. I mean,
Amin and Jeremy like the jerseys.
Differing opinions.
So, different opinions. So, if you're on DKN, you can watch that interview on YouTube. Sara Civian is coming up next.
When I think about the holidays, I think about the little moments with my dog, Roma. The ones that make the season feel special. Put little elf ears on her. You know the deal. Take some selfies, post it for people that probably seen it too much. I love my dog. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's why I'm joining Chewy Claus, who's out here making pets' wishes come true. From November 4th through December 24th, you can share your pet's wish at chewy.com/ChewyClaus. It might come true. And it helps others too. Every wish triggers a donation of 5 meals to shelters and rescues across the country. And if you share your pet's wish through the Chewy app, they'll double that donation. That's 10 meals for pets in need, just for participating. I've been using Chewy for years, legitimately. They've made my life easier for me and my dog Roma. Food, toys, meds, all of it shows up fast, no stress. And being part of something like Chewy Claus, where a small thing like a wish can make a real impact, that's the kind of stuff I care about. Every pet deserves a wish come true. Send your pet's wish to chewy.com/ChewyClaus. It might become a reality. Plus, your wish means Chewy will donate 5 meals to pets in need.
Sara Civian of the Bleacher Report and Too Many Men joins us here, and we are going to get into fashion, specifically these awful Olympic uniforms that especially Team Canada is wearing in February if they actually get a game off in time, because apparently they are not ready. The ice is going to be bad.
They got to build the rink, you know.
They got to build a rink just in time for the Olympics. Yeah, let's do that. In your newsletter, you are asking the question, should the NHL eliminate the point that teams get when they go past regulation?
The loser point.
So what do you think? What has the other media members that cover this sport have been saying?
Yeah, it's hilarious. I'm still working on the story because Jeff Merrick called me about it and changed the entire trajectory of the story. He said something so creative that he wants there to be a shootout before every game. So that can be the tie after. I'm like, wait, I didn't know that was an option. So there's
a warm-up shootout?
But a lot of people, I mean, David, you're the only one that was kind of in favor of keeping it the way it is. But like, I think we'd be complaining about it in any situation, even if it wasn't the loser point, right? This, I guess, when they brought in overtime, it seemed like the fairest way to score more goals. But now we are in a goal scoring era, and the stats have shown that it hasn't really helped make people score more goals. In fact, in the third period, sometimes like teams are smartly kind of skating boring, like getting to that the result of having an extra point.
Did you see
that's
the
kind
end
of ruining it.
Did you see the end of the Flyers-Oilers game the other night? The Flyers literally just skated out the puck for like 30 seconds, just passing back and forth.
It's like college basketball in the 80s.
Yeah, it's so lazy. It makes me want to not like the teams that do that. Like, I've had it out for the Islanders forever when they'd been doing that. That's not really the case with them anymore. So that's good. But oh my goodness, you look at the Pacific, it's just like the amount of loser points in there, like something needs to change.
All right, let's get into these Olympic jerseys now. Why don't you take the lead on this one, Dave?
I don't like Canada's jersey. Start there, I guess. I mean, I don't like the 3D looking logo, Sarah. I will start with that. I just feel like, and it might be one of those situations where it looks a lot better in person than it does in photographs. I know that we've seen some over the last few years that kind of fell into that category, but I'm not a fan. But the one in the middle, if you're looking at what I'm looking at, the all black one with the black logo on black jersey, I mean, I think Roy said it best that it looks like a garbage bag.
No. I didn't say it looked like
The material looks like a garbage bag. Yeah, literally.
I said that it looked like the costume of the Gimp in Pulp Fiction.
Yes. So both accurate, I think, but just overall, I'm not a fan. But I don't know fashion at all. Clearly, I mean, look what I'm wearing. But Sarah, what's your take? Is the Canada jersey as bad as I think it is, and Roy thinks it is, and Ethan thinks it is?
My thing is, when it comes to Hockey Canada and the Maple Leaf, it's such an iconic fixture in the sport. Just, if you're not going to do something truly crazy with it, just leave it as it is traditionally. Yes. You know what I mean? I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And it's kind of like an iconic fixture. Like I said, like it's the Red Wings jersey. Like, just don't. If you're going to actually make an alteration to it, make it something like truly obscure and wild, or just leave it alone, right?
Amen.
Their Four Nations look was so good. They should have just kind of stuck with that kind of style. It was so good.
Yeah.
And Canada usually always looks good, as much as I hate to admit that, but they look terrible. What do you think of the Slovakia jerseys, Sarah? I love these. These are awesome.
Yeah, they're all right.
They're the same.
Thank you for giving me a look. It just reminds me of Chara. I love him. I also, I mean, I think it's so hard when it comes to like representation of country jerseys, because it's like, okay, what color is your country? What crest is your country? Like, all you can have to go off is how much that slays. So that slays, and the jersey looks good. Like, you can't really mess it up. You know what I mean?
I like the mountains. If you can put that back up for a second, I didn't really notice it first. The mountain backdrop.
Yeah, I said it was the same.
So
the mountains.
Cool. Yeah,
nice.
imagine
it's like the Timberwolves.
Well, what if like the Avalanche? Forget about the colors. Just like if the Avalanche did a jersey with like the mountain background, you put the Colorado logo there in front, you give them an Avalanche color scheme, that would look pretty dope.
That's cool. Yeah, I do like those kind of like understated emblems of whatever nationality, whatever the pros are there. So I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Finland. Finland has the lion.
These are so badass. I think these are
they
badass.
usually do. The lion seems to be in 3D,
cool.
embossed.
See, that's a 3D logo I like. That's, oh, goodness.
I like blue. I like lions. I always like a kind of two-tone color situation. I love when countries do that. So I'm Team Finland on this one.
Yeah, that looks great. And the United States?
Not official yet, but they took some pictures in these when they announced the initial like guys that had made the Olympic team, so like Brady Tkachuk,
I
Charlie
hope these are the
McAvoy,
jerseys.
Austin Matthews. If these are them, we're going to be the best looking team in Milan by far.
These are classic, man.
So good.
These are really cool.
So good.
Kind of a 1980 throwback a little bit, but with that font. I like this font because it's like...
I love the font.
It's not like that old, like weird circular cursive lettering thing. This is very modern.
It's basically the Rangers.
Okay. I mean...
And the Rangers are America.
Iconic.
And the Rangers look great. Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not putting the Statue of Liberty's face in the middle of the jersey, so they got that going for them.
Yeah.
The Rangers love to act like they invented doing, what's that called when it's like the cross-body thing? They didn't invent it. It's a known thing.
Oh, the seatbelt letters?
We're taking it back.
Diagonal.
Yeah.
The diagonal. We saw Brad Marchand get his 999th and 1,000th point in the Panthers win against the Capitals last night. Can you talk about the difference?
That's why you lost your voice. You're so happy for Marchand.
Hooray. Can you talk about the difference between Brad Marchand, the player earlier in his career, and Brad Marchand, the player now? And can you talk about the kind of man that he is today?
Yeah. The beautiful thing about him is that his entire career, he has played as if he could be sent down to the AHL again tomorrow, because he started in 2011 on the fourth line of that Bruins Cup team, and he had to prove himself because smaller than everyone. But the Players Tribune article that he did is such a good emblem of who he is as a person and a player. The influence of a guy like Chara. I'm thinking about him a lot because he was inducted to the Hall of Fame recently. Bergeron, you can tell the palpable impact playing with guys like that had on his career. I think what has changed about him is, he's become a family man. He's in a really reflective state, especially after making the of course, Sweeney kind of made the decision for him, but to go to the Panthers, he's reflected a lot. He's been honest his entire career, and now his honesty has taken him into more of a leadership role around the league. I love it. I love that 1,000th point happened as it did, kind of giving someone else the empty net goal. That is so classic teammate Marchand. I love it, and I've loved seeing the different aspects of his personality and leadership happen kind of in a full circle moment back in Florida, where now he's he went from being a fourth liner to climbing his way up to being a captain of Original Six. I'm sorry, guys. And now he's kind of in the full circle of being a supporting but crucial role to a cup team.
Sarah, I asked you this in the chat last night, but I'm going to ask you it here. Are you ready for Hall of Famer Brad Marchand going in as a Florida Panther? Are you ready for that to happen?
I did swear at you. Yes. That's how I feel about that. He's a Bruin at heart. He's going to retire a Bruin. There's no doubt in my mind. But I think I love this arc with the Panthers. I am so happy that it happened. I think it's great for the sport, great for the guy, great for everybody involved, and especially for the Bruins fans who wanted to have they kind of wanted to crap on Don Sweeney a little bit and get this rebuild going. So I think everyone, especially Marchand, wins. I love that he had the opportunity to go somewhere and win, and it worked out. It doesn't often work out like this, right? I'm so happy it worked out the way it did.
Works out like that in Florida.
That's me.
Yeah, the chat.
Enough about.
You're just mad because you're not in the chat.
No,
Roy.
we're
That's
mad
all
because
it
you
is.
keep throwing it in our face that we're not in the chat. That's all.
Get an iPhone.
No,
we'll box somebody out for you, Roy, if you get an iPhone.
Oh,
I really do feel like one of the guys in that chat. That's my favorite group chat I'm in.
I'm going to let everybody know you said that, Sarah. That's a huge compliment to all of us.
It's not because of you, Ethan.
Definitely not. I'm the most annoying person in the chat.
Oh, my God. All right.
We need that. We need the energy guy in the chat.
Yeah, we need a different energy guy over here.
All right, I hate to shift gears a little bit from all this fun and positivity, but I do want to get your take, Sarah, on something. I don't know where we're gonna go. It's really, but I want to bring up the Pacific Division leading Anaheim Ducks. They've been super fun to watch this year. Carlson, Gauthier, Dostal, a lot of happiness, but I don't know how to feel about Joel Quennville just yet. I feel like he's really hit the ground running there. It's a very similar situation to the one he left in Florida. This young, energetic team, end-to-end, a lot of goals, a lot of exciting hockey. So he's doing a great job. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I don't know if and maybe it's a me thing. I don't know if I'm past what happened with everything in Chicago and Kyle Beach and all that. But Yeah, I'm just not sure where to land yet, and I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts and see where you're at.
I think that's actually a really good way to look at it, that everything isn't so black and white sometimes. Like, when we think about his role in this situation, I think he is more genuinely remorseful than many people that have been in a situation like this prior. But even then, I look at it and say, if you were truly looking out for the victims and you have already done so much winning in your career, you're very old. Why don't you just call it a career? You have enough money. Why don't you kind of look, if you really are as genuinely remorseful and wish you did more, the more you could do is maybe kind of go away. At the same time, I wish there was a little more specifics about if he's going to be in this doing programs. They always say programs when it comes to the NHL. Like when I was covering the Carolina Hurricanes, they brought Tony back. They always told me he's doing programs. I'm asking, hey, what are these programs? So I wish people would ask more questions about what the alleged programs are and what he's doing in the community for victims of sexual abuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think talking about it and making it more forefront could be a way to feel better and feel like he is kind of giving back after he does seem genuinely remorseful. That's not enough if he's going to be a leader in this community. But I mean, from a hockey standpoint, of course, he's a great coach and it's showing.
Connor Bedard, Leo Carlson, and Macklin Celebrini are in the top 10 in scoring. Are the young guys taking over?
Yes, and it shows that we need to be more patient because we were spoiled when it came to Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, and co. One by one coming up, getting drafted, immediately being icons. You know what I mean? And then Jack Hughes took a few years, and now he's a beast. Like, it's just, we really, in this society, in this day and age, need to be more patient. You look at Connor Bedard, I felt so bad for him last year. Just kind of, he was on an AHL roster, expected to be the first liner, and like, give him a few, let him cook, right? Let these kids cook. Celebrini, I love watching him play, and I'm really excited. We're in such a good era of the kind of guys in their prime right now, like your McKinnons, what have you, are crushing it, and then the new guys coming up are crushing it. If only we could watch it on something that wasn't ESPN Plus.
How long before Macklin Celebrini wins his first Selke trophy? Like, that guy is an amazing 200-foot player.
Let's give it 3 years.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
I like that. Sarah, I want to ask you about the Oilers. They're one of the hot storylines this year. Weird start, as always. They've won their last 2 games, but kind of in like fluky ways, right? They had the Flyers had an overtime goal winner called out for offside. That Columbus game was really weird. And I want to ask you, play a soundbite here of Chris Knobloch recently, and I want to get your thoughts on this soundbite and then just the Oilers start in general.
The first 2 goals of the game are 2 wrist shots. No traffic, both get through your goalie, one off the post, a good shot, one through your goalie, and you said your team sags after that. Is this team losing some belief here when it comes to the goaltending situation?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so.
Not the most confident response if I'm Stuart Skinner, huh?
Knobloch is awesome because he's so like understated, but that's a tough one. And it's just kind of like, I think they put Skinner in a bad position by not going out and seeking a better tandem, right? You look at some of these tandems that have had success over the years, and you can't always do it alone. You got to kind of goalie by committee, like a Swayman-Ullmark situation, right? That worked out really well. Not everybody's Sergei Bobrovsky. And I think when the situation is appearing again and again, when it's like you're losing by inches and you keep getting to this place, why don't you just improve it slightly? It's like that. It really is that easy, and they're not doing it. So it's like, I feel bad kind of crapping on Skinner sometimes because it's not his fault. I'm sure if maybe he was the GM, he would seek someone to help him in this situation for the good of the team. And it's just kind of getting to a point.
On Wednesday, we did our top 5 surprises in the first month of the NHL regular season.
Check it out on YouTube.
Sarah, what is...
Love you, Rose. That was for Rose.
Yeah. Sarah, what is your top 5?
Oh, God. So you guys made me name 5 things yesterday. I was at the bar watching Marchand score his goal. Thank you. We were in Boston cheering for that. I had to delete all my messages, so I cannot reference this. Do you have the messages, David? We can pull up. I don't even remember what I said. Hopefully it was good.
Roy has them.
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, perfect. Let's see what we did.
All right. So number 5 was they let Matt and Brady do a podcast. That would be the Kachuk Boys.
I am curious about you guys' thoughts on this because you know Kachuk very, very closely, and I think that's a great thing for the league. It's like a Jason and Travis Kelce thing, and they've been on their podcast a lot. I'm excited for it. What do you guys think?
So I listened to on my way to work or on my way to the show today. Thank you, Miami Traffic. I want to hear how it evolves because, like, obviously Matthew and Brady, like, gems. Like, they're going to say a lot of funny, entertaining stuff. The stories they have, obviously, talking about Four Nations and their injuries and everything. I just want to hear how the podcast progresses because the Kelce Brothers podcast is like a well-oiled machine at this point. Like, that is a awesome, professional, entertaining podcast. And this one felt like, it's a first episode. So I don't want to, poo-poo on anything. I was very entertained. I just think that, there's some things that can be cleaned up just in terms of the production.
There's also a scheduling issue because you can't do it on game days, and then there's them going on the road.
Well, they said it's going to be every Wednesday for the rest of the season, during the hockey season.
When it's released?
Yes, every Wednesday there's going to be a new episode. That's what they said.
The Kelce's
Maybe.
Go ahead, Rosie. Sorry, go ahead, Rosie.
Maybe they need a producer.
Hey, no, excuse me.
We got one.
What the hell?
I think it's going to be, the Kelce's are obviously the model, but I think they're going to be a little better because Travis just kind of sits there and does like Migos-style ad-libs for Jason Kelce being actually really funny and interesting. And I think that Matt and Brady are both really interesting and both really funny. And I think if they get the right guests, they're going to do a really funny podcast. But it's just going to take some work. It's going to take some time.
All right, number 4, Linus Ullmark is terrible.
Yeah. Mind you, guys, I had several beers last night, Brady, so I like this. Yes, he is. Oh my God, he's dead last and has been dead last in goals saved above expected this entire season, and I hate it because he's the nicest guy in the world and he deserves better. But you look at the data from before he was with Swayman, after he was with Swayman, and it's tough, and his playoff experiences have not been stellar. I hope that he gets it together, but you look at kind of where the Senators are going. I mean, Kachuk again is out, and they kind of seem to fall apart without Kachuk. They don't have these depth pieces whatsoever. They signed Pinto, that's great. They kind of need to sign a few more people, including another goaltender.
Number 3, the way teams are pathetically skating through the third period for the loser point.
Yes.
Yep.
My story will come out about this either tomorrow or the next day, but I am really hating this. This has been a palpable trend to start the first month of the season. It's like the loser points are everywhere and people are not even trying to risk it. And we need to change this. Something needs to happen because it's not even worth it to watch these third periods anymore.
Would you think the game would improve if we did this combination? We eliminated the loser point and we extended 3-on-3 to 10 minutes. No loser point, no more shootouts. Win-win?
Yes. I asked Matthew Kachuk about this once, actually, and he said, yeah, just make overtime forever. I'm on board with not forever, but 10 minutes.
I feel like 10 minutes wipes out at least like 75% of shootouts.
Yes. Just 10 minutes. Why? Just do it.
Yep.
Number 2, the Sabres sucking is somehow still a shock to the system.
Should I be surprised? No. Am I? Yes. Why? Every offseason, they do not do enough. They trade away their goal scorers, and then they're like, oh, color me shocked that some of my players are hurt. Look at the Panthers. Every team goes through brutal injuries. You have to have depth. They have no depth, and it's shocking that nobody's fired. Like, fire people that are not making these moves.
Well, they're busy, building a football stadium without a roof in Buffalo. That's probably the issue.
They need to get rid of the wind, though.
Yeah. And number 1, Kyle Dubas's Penguins rising while the Maple Leafs fall.
My favorite hobby these days is not even to read Leafs articles, but to go straight to the comments and it's just, it hits. It really tickles my fancy. And recently, the talk of the town is they want Dubas back. They used to hate Kyle Dubas. Now they're saying, hey, remember 3 years ago when Dubas wanted to trade Marner? What would life be like if they traded him 3 years ago? And I love that this is what's on the minds of Leafs fans right now. But, I am concerned about Austin Matthews.
Me too.
I don't know what his injury is, but it seems to be really having an impact on his total game. I understand that the off-season free agent market wasn't good, but I'm really curious to see what moves they'll make because they have not made the best moves with their long-term contracts under this regime. So we'll see.
And finally, word around the league circles is that expansion is on the horizon. And with team values being as high as they are now, could we expect 2 expansion franchises coming up here?
Yeah, I think they're going to maximize whatever they can when it comes to money. I don't know if that's the right option, but I think Gary will do it. I absolutely think look at the money look at who's interested in buying this stuff. Yeah. Money. So
we're gonna get another Los Angeles team. They're gonna get another Toronto team. I don't think it's gonna go to an Atlanta again or maybe Houston forever. They've been talking about it, but
Quebec.
No, I don't think that they see that as enough of a financial windfall. They want to take it somewhere where they just know it's maybe a third New York team.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we need the Staten Island.
In the river, baby.
Staten Island Ferries.
You can.
I was just
that's not a bad. That's not a bad name. That's not a bad name.
You could do a cool logo with the Staten Island Ferries.
Considering I just mentioned baseball, I don't.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, the hot dog scene. I didn't like that scene. But anyway,
it's free range chicken night at the old baseball game.
You can listen to her, Allison Lucan, and Shayna Goldman on Too Many Men, and you can read her on the Bleacher Report. She is Sara Civian. Thank you for joining us, Sarah.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The holidays really stress me out. I try to be a really good gift giver. And when you get toward this time of year, you keep thinking, I have enough time. And overall, really, the holidays are stressful. But especially if you run a business. I see what you guys go through. It's like 1 minute you're planning a sale, next minute your website's crashing, your inventory's off, and someone's DMing you a discount code that expired in 2022. It's total chaos. That's why you need Shopify. It takes that holiday madness and turns it into... Shopify powers millions of businesses. We're talking everyone from Mattel and Gymshark to the folks just getting started this Black Friday. You don't have to be a tech genius either. Shopify's got thousands of ready-made templates, AI tools that write your product descriptions, even polish your photos, and built-in marketing tools to cut through the holiday noise. And that purple Shop Pay button, that's the secret sauce. This Black Friday, join the thousands of new entrepreneurs hearing for the first time with Shopify. Sign up for your free trial today at shopify.com/Batard. That's shopify.com/Batard. Batard. Go to shopify.com/Batard and make this Black Friday one to remember.
All right, it's time to enter the Panthers Den. They finally got off the road. Thank God. It's done for the next 11 for the next 11 out of 12 games.
Just one little trip to North Carolina, and that's it for the next month.
Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville.
Nashville. They are going to Nashville in the middle of the...
Oh, wait, what did I say? North Carolina?
Yeah, you said
Tennessee?
Carolina.
Yeah, whatever. You're all in the same little section of
Smokies.
the middle.
That road trip wasn't even that bad. They went 2-2 on the road
It's
trip.
not.
They
No,
got smoked in Anaheim.
It's the collective road
record
that is the problem.
It's concerning.
No, but once they got through the Anaheim game, I thought the next three were really good, and I think that's going to propel them onto this home stretch. I think Panther fans are in store for some good hockey.
Yeah, the Panthers lost to the Sharks 3-1. They beat Vegas 3-2, and they beat down the Capitals 6-3. A bad first start to the 25 minutes. In the first 25 minutes of the game, doomed them in that San Jose's Sharks game, despite fully dominating the latter 35
dominated
minutes.
that game.
They got
completely.
goalied.
They got absolutely
Yaroslav
goalied.
Askarov was amazing, which, look, that's who he is. He's supposed to be the next great goalie in this league.
Mm-hmm.
So, good on him. And look, good on the Sharks. They're a playoff team right now.
Yeah.
Which is, are they still, I didn't check overnight.
I don't think Chicago's
No,
in the
they are
wild
1
card.
point out. Chicago is at the second wild card still.
Oh, they're back up there. Okay.
Chicago and the Tuskies out of Utah.
They survived Vegas, and they beat down the Capitals for back-to-back wins as they play tomorrow at Tampa versus Tampa.
Yeah, just on Askarov real quick. His save percentage is up to 903. He's got 6.7 goals saved above expected.
Yeah.
And most of those probably came in that Panther game. I think they had something like 40 shots in that game, nearly doubled up the Sharks. They were the much better team. Like, that was actually one of the more encouraging performances they've had this year because they dominated a team that you're supposed to dominate. They haven't necessarily done that always, but their best performances have been against some of the better teams that they've played. They dominated Washington last night. They're 2-0. They swept Vegas this year, and both performances were pretty convincing. They beat a good Kings team 5-2. I've liked what I'm seeing a lot more from the Panthers recently, and now after all of this, right, we've said, oh, it's such a bad start, and people are writing articles, what's wrong with the Panthers and stuff. Here they are, they're 1 point out of a playoff spot, 3 points out of the top of the Atlantic. Like, this team's going to be fine. All they had to do was stay afloat until Matthew Tkachuk comes back. They are more than afloat, and Matthew Tkachuk's return, Dave, seems to be around the corner.
The thing that remained consistent was Brad Marchand and Sam Reinhart. Brad Marchand got his 1,000th point in the win against Washington, and that was Ethan's win. He's got a 5-game goal streak, I believe, 5, or it might be 6 actually now.
Rhino's scored like 9 in his last 8 games or something like that. Marshy's on fire. Rhino's a Cy Young candidate right now. He's got 10 goals and 1 assist. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Marchand with a 9-game point streak. I think Reinhart actually has 8 goals in 9 games.
8.
Yes.
Is it 8 and 9? It's 8 and 9 then. Yeah, and he's got 10 on the year. Marchand has 11. He's leading the team with 20 points. Next is Anton Lundell at 14. And how big has Lundell been, by the way, guys, in terms of the production? We all knew this year he had to be, we've all called him Baby Barkey. This year he kind of had to be Barkey. And so far, 14 points, 4 goals, and 10 assists. He has been fantastic for this team.
It's good that the Panthers are now getting back into the home swing. They are going to be here for a while, even though they are basically playing no Saturday games.
Yeah. Well, what is it after
the Olympics.
0 Saturday home games.
Correct.
Yeah.
For the rest of the season, so that's a cool scheduling quirk.
That's crazy. And Matthew Tkachuk, as Ethan said, is close to coming back. He's going to end up wearing a non-contact jersey in practice.
Yeah. The talk is that he's going to be back on the ice sometime this month, which would be great because then it's just a matter of getting his cardio up, getting his legs under him, getting back into game shape. Because once they get on the ice, for all these injured guys, and Paul Maurice said as much yesterday during the morning skate, after the morning skate, that once the guys get on the ice, that's when you can really start tracking their recovery. And until then, it's just a matter of progression. It's a matter of going to PT, working on your strength. You might have a good day, might have a bad day. Once they get back on the ice and you can really start tracking them in terms of hockey, that's when things get real.
All right, they play tomorrow versus Tampa. What are we looking at here?
More fighting after that crazy shitstorm of the 2 preseason games where they just had no interest in playing hockey, just fighting. I think at least one of the players, was it Radish?
Sabarin is back up.
Sabarin is back up with the team. He was the one that got suspended, right, for a few games.
4 games.
So maybe, I don't know. Like, is it crazy for me to think that it's a regular season game and they're going to actually take it seriously? Or
I really hope so.
Are they going to be out for revenge again? Like, Tampa's playing like poo-poo right now, right? Like,
well,
they need to win.
They've been a lot better recently. They won I think they reeled off 7 straight at one point. They're kind of back into where they should be.
I'm just focused on that Rangers loss.
They lost their last one. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and they have actually fallen behind the Panthers, although they do have a game in hand.
Yeah, that's right.
They've got 18 points. The Panthers have 19. They're 8-6-2. They're playing a lot better than they did the first 5, 6, 7 games of the season, but it hasn't been the exact start that you would expect from them, and Braden Point's been really quiet.
Thanks to Sara Civian for joining us this week. She was wonderful. Thank you to Gino and Danny Benitez in the video room for providing us with some video assets for this episode. Thank you to Rosie, who is not here. Thank you to Ethan, who is here. That's David Dwork. My name is Roy Bellamy. This has been The Hockey Show. We will talk to you next week.
Folks, the leaves are turning. The weather's getting a little chillier. That means the football games are more important. That means football time. should be Miller time. Game day hits different with a Miller Lite in your hand. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to fantasy heartbreaks. My fantasy season's over already, but you know what makes that better? Miller time! It's the beer that's been there for every moment. 50 years of great taste, simple ingredients, and that iconic golden color you can spot from across the room. And here's the kicker. It's just 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 5 decades later. So whatever your game day looks like, remember Miller time is always a good time. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think you could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cuervo.